Yeah. We know. Listen, if you're a patron, you've heard that enough. So let's just get down to brass tacks here. How's everybody doing? How are you doing, my friend, my patron friend? Thank you for supporting the show and for everything that we do. This is a Patreon only show, which will probably dribble its way out into the general public sooner than later. But thought we'd bring a friend of ours on who was on the show previously, Mr. Dave Scott Schwartzman from Adrenalin OD, and talk to him about this book that he just wrote and is coming out soon. It's in pre-order now. If it's Tuesday, this must be Walla Walla, the wacky history of Adrenalin OD. And also, they're playing a show in November 4th to be exact. We, Incendiary Device, are playing with them. We're thrilled at the Bowery Electric. So without any further ado, hailing from the Garden State of New Jersey, now living in the Orange State? No, is it the Orange State? Of Florida, Mr. Dave Scott Schwartzman. Is it the Orange State?
It's the Sunshine State. And there's no sunshine today. It's about to pour. I'll tell you, it's welcome to the jungle hot down here, man.
It's hot here in New York. It's like 90-something today in New York. It's fucking brutal, bro.
Yeah, God bless Willis Carrier for inventing the air conditioner, man.
Yeah. You know, in Florida, this is the most difficult time of the year in Florida. Absolutely. You know,
it's brutal.
Yeah, my dad's down there, and he's going to be 90 next year. So, you know, I tell him, just don't even go. He's like, when you come down here, we'll go out, we'll do some stuff. I'm like, no, Pop, we're not. Maybe early in the morning or at night, but we're not going out during the day, you know?
Yeah, it's hard. I had to do the lawn the other day, and I almost died. I sweat so much that I had to wring out my clothes. It was awful.
Oh, man.
It was awful.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, exciting things are happening, huh?
Yeah, it looks that way. Hey, I'm an author. How did that happen?
Hey.
I've only read like 3 books, and now I'm an author. It's incredible.
She's my daughter. She's my sister. She's my daughter. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this, which is your great literary accomplishment, right?
Almost 300 pages, man. 300 and some of them actually have words.
Are there a lot of photos in this?
There's a ton of photos and a ton of flyers and a discography. They really loaded up with a bunch of unseen, unpublished photos. So it looks really good. I'm very happy the way it came out.
Did you enjoy the process?
It was a long process. I did a lot of the writing when I was actually back home visiting my mom in New Jersey. I would go to an Irish pub at night and just sit there and bang it out. So, you know, a good portion of the book was actually written in New Jersey, which helped jog a lot of memories too. So it worked out well.
Sure. And of course, you did this the old-fashioned way. You typed it out.
Yep. No ghostwriters, nothing like that. All me. So if it sucks, all me.
Well, what I was referring to is, you know, now, which I'm starting to do, is you could dictate into your computer, basically. You could just speak into it, and it sort of transcribes it. You know, I'm trying to wrestle that concept to the ground with something that I'm working on, you know?
But, yeah, my wife was a medical transcriber, and because of all this new ingenuity, she no longer has a career because of that. Right. So, I did it the old-fashioned way, and I just typed in Microsoft Word. Why? Made a lot of notes.
Yeah. And you know what? I think, of course, that something can be said for doing it that way, because you're really fondling the words, so to speak, and it's not just stream of thought. You go over it again. It's really
there was a lot of that, and thank God for spell check, or I'd be screwed. Yeah. So
of course. Why now? Why is now the time for the Wacky History of Adrenalin OD book?
It kind of came across, I never thought about writing a book about the band, let alone writing a book, but there's a website called Metalla Promo that had listed just about every single show in chronological order we ever played. And it made the whole thing so much easier because I could remember each of these shows in chronological order. So it was like, well, now I got a way to write this book. So I had gotten interest right off the bat from DeWolf Publishing, and before I knew it, I was writing a book. The whole process went kind of quick. It took over a year to write, but the whole process of I'm going to write a book to the point where I'm writing a book was fairly quick.
Now, when I saw that DeWolf was Stephen and Amy, right?
Correct.
DeWolf were involved. I put the pieces together. They are Philly people, which is very close to Jersey, which was basically Adrenalin OD's, home base stomping ground, correct?
Yeah, that whole tri-state area was our stomping ground. I mean, we played the Anthrax just as much as we played New Jersey, and then City Garden shows and Philly shows. We played Love Hall a lot. We were down there, between Philly and Allentown area, Catasauqua. Seemed like we were always there.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was trying to think if we ever played together. I don't know. You might. I mean, maybe you played with Antidote very early on in the game before I joined in '84.
Right. I don't think we ever played with Antidote. I've actually seen the High and the Mighty before. Actually a few times. A7 was one, and I think CBGB's as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But a couple times, and in fact, I still have some original flyers from one of the shows.
Yeah, like I've said many times, one of my great regrets not printing up the High and the Mighty demo on vinyl in 1984. But as you know, in 1984, it was for a young person, it was like almost an insurmountable task to get something printed on vinyl.
It took us almost 2 years of saving up money from every single show to be able to record and put out Let's Barbecue. Right. It was a tough task. I mean, nowadays you could record an album on your phone and boom, it's done, Yeah. But, there was a lot that you had to do back in the old days. Yeah. Back in the old days. You young whippersnappers.
So let's talk a little bit about this gig that's coming up. This is that I am excited for a couple reasons. One of them is because we're playing it with you. The new band that I'm in, you could call it new, whatever it is. It is Antidote NYHC rebranded Incendiary Device. But you guys haven't played in New York in 7 years.
7 years, and with this lineup that we're doing, which is the original Let's Barbecue New York Thrash lineup, we haven't played that in 39 years. So This is gonna be fun to oil this machine up and see how well it runs. I'm gonna have the defibrillators on standby for this. So
how are you doing this? Is this a one-off or is this a weekend or what's happening?
It's two shows. We're doing a Jersey show, which we're still trying to get the location squared away, and then the Bowery Electric show is the first one. Cool. And I'm also going to be hosting a book release show in New Hope, Pennsylvania, with Flag of Democracy headlining.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Is that happening the next day or?
It's like Friday's New York, Saturday's New Jersey, and Sunday is the New Hope show.
Wow, maybe we'll come out to New Hope.
Right on.
New Hope's beautiful. John Jesse, formerly of Nausea, lives in New Hope.
Did not know that.
Yeah. Tell us about Fear Gods. This is one of your guys in this band, right?
Yeah, it's Jack from AOD's band. It's kind of like a New Jersey all-star band. It's got members of Head Wound and the Blisters and Sucks and the Kowalskis and Ruth. And they're pretty good, man. They're like heavy street punk, I guess is the best way to put it. Really catchy songs, high energy. Jack's playing guitar in this band, and he's a phenomenal guitar player. I mean, he was a good bass player, but on guitar, he just rips.
Cool. For those interested, their tickets are on sale now at the Bowery Electric website. They are $15 in advance and $20 a day a show. So grab. I know last time you guys played there, the room sold out. It was a packed room. Hopefully we're looking at that again. But tickets are on sale now. Don't hesitate, people. Buy a ticket. come on down. And the book's going to be there, and you're going to be signing copies of the book leading up
This
into
is
the
correct.
show.
This is correct. The whole band will be there, so get your book signed. It's the only opportunity, so we'll all be in the same place.
I guess that's cool. The whole band can sign the book, right?
Yeah, that's it. We're gonna set up a table, and anybody that buys it can get it signed by all four of us. Actually, five of us, because our bass player from Cruising with Elvis, Keith Hartel, is also going to be joining us for some of the songs as well.
Cool.
So you got 5 original members.
It's really happening. That's
yeah. I'm looking forward to this.
It's like
I'm glad they're doing.
It's like the last waltz, you know.
Exactly. It could be for us. You never know, man. At this age, you never know. I'm just glad that they're doing advanced sales and advanced tickets. So in case we suck, there's no refunds. It's perfect.
There you go. You mentioned just reaching into the past, which we love to do. You mentioned the New York thrash comp, and God, is that 40 years ago now?
I think that came out in like 82, maybe 83. It's a long time now. Yeah,
40 years.
That's a moldy oldie. I'm surprised it wasn't on 8-track.
yeah. And this of course was the show kind of celebrating the release of that cassette, which had you guys, Bad Brains, Beastie Boys, Even Worse, False Prophets, Heart Attack, Kraut, The Mad, Nihilistics, Undead. Wow. What a line.
Yeah, it was pretty much a who's who of just about everybody that was around back then. There's a couple bands that weren't on it, but it was a lot of the stuff that Tim Summer was playing on Noise the Show.
Sure.
So, it put that out to the world. And, it's kind of cool that the first thing that we ever were involved in did so well that people still know us from that compilation. It's just incredible.
So it's fair to say that it was pretty far reaching.
Oh yeah. I mean, even to this day, I still have emails from people that have New York thrash or have had it for years and years, or they got into the bands from that. It's like one of those seminal comps. I mean, I think it may have been the first New York hardcore compilation there was.
I think so. I do think so, being a bit of a historian myself. And it was also a Roar cassette, right? Which was on that, cassette only label, which
came out in the heels of the Bad Brains. It's you can't go wrong there.
I think Nick Cooper's dad was his label.
Neil, yeah.
Was that Neil Cooper? Was that
Neil Cooper? Yep.
Nick Cooper. Yeah, he's down in the Philadelphia area. So that's.
I remember him. I remember his dad quite well.
Yeah. Why was this chosen for the shot of the cover? Any particular, or did this sort of sum it all up?
I think that sums it all up. That's kind of our carefree, don't give a shit attitude, and I love that picture myself. That was taken in radio DJ Cousin Brucey's backyard.
Wow!
If you remember Cousin Brucey.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, that's the river that runs right through his backyard.
That's awesome. I love. Is that a Meisterbrow he's got in his hand?
It is a Meisterbrow.
Even though it's a little, this is like a low res. It's talk about branding. It's unmistakable.
Right. That's a time capsule photo right there.
Absolutely. Let me see what else I got that we could touch on. Love this shot here. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but this feels almost like is this a VFW hall in Jersey or something?
That is the Rainbow Room in Passaic, New Jersey. I think the Cro-Mags played there like a week before us or a week after us. Uh-huh. And that was a place that was punk run. I think it was like right behind a porno theater. Right. I'm pretty sure it was like the back of a porno theater. But that's what you had to do to get shows back then, and it was one of those, I think might have been a Saturday or Sunday afternoon show, and a lot of kids came out.
I got to say, what I love looking at this is just every youthful face. There's not a face in this crowd over 20 years old.
Yeah, right. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see that picture now.
Yeah.
Bunch of fat bald guys.
Yeah, it's really great and absolutely timely. And listen, I'm sure I'm sure the book, and I'm certainly looking forward to getting a copy once it's printed up, uh, touches on all eras of Adrenalin D, including the hair era, right?
That is correct. I covered the entire history from the very start to the very end. So you got a lot of the later era when we started to grow out our hair more, started to slow down, started to go from thrash to punk to more of a rock stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And around that era, we were listening to a lot of Stooges and MC5 and Red Cross, and that's where our heads were at there.
Yeah, sure. There's we a lot of us took that journey.
I would kill to have that hair back.
Yeah, you and me both, brother.
Yeah.
You and me both. So once again, if you're watching, I want to say that the book is, if it's Tuesday, this must be Walla Walla, the Wacky History of Adrenaline OD, by our friend Dave Scott Schwartzman. It is available DeWolf Publishing and at www.dewolf.com. It's on there. I was just looking at it before we started doing this. There's they have it, how do you say it, bundled? It's bundled in a few.
There are bundle packs that come with a t-shirt, stickers, and buttons. The hardcover book, I just got word today, they're almost gone. There's a handful left, so if anybody wants them, grab them up quick. I think there was less than 20. So
that's great.
Once they're gone, they're gone. They're not getting repressed. It's just going to be the soft covered.
Yeah, there you go. And if you want to reach out to Dave for any reason at all, within reason, his Instagram is at Dave Scott Schwartzman, and let me put also the Friday, November 4th. We will be playing with you guys at the Bowery Electric. This is going to be great, and I appreciate you letting us be a part of it, man.
I appreciate you helping me out with this. It's really it's tough to do these things from Florida, so having a helping hand really is great. You did a good job on that flyer too. Looked good, Picasso. Way to go.
That's Stephen. That's Stephen, the great Stephen Messina. And
excellent.
Bowery Electric is a great room. I know you've played there before. In my opinion, it is one of the best, if not the best, sounding room in New York City.
Yep.
They have a great sound man. Sean, so it's going to be a fantastic night.
Very much looking forward to being the warm-up act for the dance crowd. So
yeah, they got a lot moving in and out. There's a lot of moving parts.
There is a lot of moving parts. Yeah.
These days. Well, great. I'm glad we got a chance to touch on it. Anybody you want to thank? Shout out, anything like that?
I just want to thank Stephen and Amy from DeWolf. They've been very helpful through this whole process, and everybody that's bought the book so far, especially the bundle packs. They went really quick, and I'm surprised. So thanks to everybody. Getting response from all over the world. Got emails from Australia, from Scotland. So the book's doing well. I'm really, really happy.
Good, man. Good for you. Let's talk soon, man. Thank you so much. I'll speak to you in a bit.
You got it, buddy.
Take care.
Take care.
Well, there you have it. Dave Scott Schwartzman. The book is this. If it's Tuesday, this must be Walla Walla, the Wacky History of Adrenaline OD. It is available at www.dewolf.com. I want to thank all the patrons out there for supporting the show and supporting me and in living my dream of being a talk show host as well as a filmmaker. But thank you. Shout out to sponsors. Of course, New York Hardcore Comics, The Organic Grill, the Texas Silver Rush, DTFM Vinyl Distro, Chacho's Tacos, Generation Records, Grunge and Grime Soap Company, 126 Hardcore Clothing. Want to shout out Women of the Pit. Want to shout out Zum and Sound City, Frayette Amplification, Warren at Pitchfork, the Hardcore Shutterbug, Chucky Brown, Sid the Kid, blah, 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 blah. So thanks. We'll see you. We'll see you soon. We'll see you out there on the perimeter. Till then, do good things, and good things will come to you.